good, man. You good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain, Debo, man. What's up, Legend? How you feeling, though, man? Everything good with you?
I'm chilling, man. I don't know. We rolling?
We rolling. We live, Debo. It's me and you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Brand new. We've been doing this for 10 years, man. Over 10 years now. Let's not do this, brother, okay?
Okay.
You know you're my guy, right? Don't act like you're not my guy. You know you're my brother. I fuck with you.
You know I fuck with you heavy, 3. You know what it is, man. Absolutely. On and off this battle rap shit.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I want to know, is my audio good? Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure.
Audio good, visual good. Okay. You Gucci, brother. You Gucci, man.
Okay. Good. Good.
Debo, where do we start here with you, brother? I don't even know where to start at with you, Legend. I guess let's go here. Chilla Jones just announced that he's having an all-women's league, right? TBL, right? And I had Chilla on my show last week, I think it was. And what I took from that was a little bit different. No disrespect to Remy and what she had going on with Chrome with the ladies. I feel like he's not trying to step on toes or try to diminish what you guys had brought to the table, Queen of the Ring, right? How illustrious, how legendary Queen of the Ring was, right? It's almost like he wants to work together, even though he has his own league. I don't know if that's the vibe you caught if you saw my interview with Chilla, but speaking to him, that's the vibe I got from him. That, you know, how do you feel about Chilla starting his own league, number one, for the ladies?
Respectfully speaking, it's not Chilla's league.
Okay, sir. He's in conjunction with other people. Can we say that then?
Respectfully speaking, Chilla is a figurehead of TBL. He's a spokesperson.
Yes,
because
sir.
a person that owns TBL doesn't want to speak or be publicly, you know, dealing with the public, if you will. And that's not taking nothing away from Chilla Jones. Chilla Jones is a great guy.
That was a shot at Chilla, but yeah, you got it.
I mean, if you want to take it as a shot, fine, cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problems taking shots.
I know you don't care, Debo. I know you don't give a shit.
Bro. I talk crazy on this microphone.
Yes, crazy. I know you do.
Extra pause. But yeah. From what I take, I seen the interview. From what I take from it, you know, they're just trying to, you know, I guess, bring female battle rap, women's battle rap, and you know, bring it back to life, if you will. Right. Because, you know, granted, let's keep it 100. Queen of the Ring hasn't done anything in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vague and Bab for our partners and stuff like that. I mean, we're legends at what we do. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely.
You done it for
y'all laid the foundation, my nigga. Y'all laid the foundation, man.
Yeah, man. We the big bang. We the big bang when it comes to women's battle rap.
Absolutely,
you know There was women's battle rap before us, of course, but you know, we laid the groundwork for a gang of ladies to run around here and get paid and get bags and opportunities. You know what I'm saying? On our platform and off our platform.
But before you go, do you guys feel like people forget that at times?
Yes, they do forget that at times. Some of the artists that we have on our brand forget that sometimes. We're gonna keep it real out here. You understand? All right. And understand it's about relevancy. You know, you gotta see. You know, you're doing something today, then people are gonna be up on it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna deride you. They're gonna do whatever it takes to be part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That if thing and whatever. And be at the cool table, if you will. But in this era, you know. I also feel like it's the era of curating. You know what I'm saying? When I say curating, I'm talking about curating your brand. You know, and as you can see, organic has been, you know, on a tangent, you know, just going crazy on social media, talking about the good old days. You know, so have I. You know, so you know, and I
saw Twerk on Hip Hop is Real talk about the golden era and everything. I saw that also.
And who did he mention in the golden era?
Of course, he
mentioned URL, Queen of the Ring, King of the Dot. You know what I'm saying? And respectfully speaking, he added on RBE as well. Salute to them. So, you know, in that era, man, those are the good old times, the moments, everything you can add to it, the excitement, even the fans, man. People forget about the fans. There was a certain type of fan at that time that's willing to do anything and everything to be a part of what's going on. They're going to come outside and be at the event. They're going to pay for that pay-per-view. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was being done right. The excitement was there. The artist was giving it up. They had the fresh and fire material. And when they got on that stage, it was lit and shit like that. So it's curation time. And, you know, yes, Queen of the Ring don't do as much events, if any, you know what I'm saying, for a hot minute. But we're going to get there. But also at this point in time, it's about curating the brand that you had that was lit for so many years and stuff like that, because you want people to remember the good old days and stuff like that. At this point in time, I still feel like no brand is ever going to beat what I put down, what me and Babs put down and shit. Not URL, not King of the Dot, not WTBL, not Chrome. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? They coming from the blueprint that I've laid, on the ground.
And you can't say URL though, Debo.
URL is not going to beat Queen of the Ring when it comes to female battle rap.
Okay, female. Okay, point us. Okay,
female battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it first and foremost. URL is going to be URL forever. Right. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to be number one forever. Salute to them. But no brand, not one brand has come and take over women's battle rap to this day on how we put it down with Queen.
Agree. Full agreement.
You understand? So when it comes to WTBL, salute to them, man. Salute to my man Kenny and shit. He's definitely putting bags in people's pockets. And what league owner should be mad about that? Unless you're a jealous hater. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna hold you. Some things that Chilla was saying was a little bit condescending for my taste, being that he was that he was a bat.
I want to hear this.
Slow it down, 3. Slow it down. Let me explain to you.
Put it in subtitles.
A little, sometimes these battle rappers, man, they don't know it. Subconsciously, they talk a little condescending, and saying words that they put together will make you feel a little bit of a way, like, the fuck is this nigga talking about? You feel what I'm saying?
Are you being paranoid, or you really feel that he was being? I didn't feel he being condescending, though, Debo.
Listen, if I was paranoid, man, I'd be paranoid, but I'm not paranoid at this. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing for me to be scared of and shit like that. Oh, Chilla's coming. Run for it. You understand what I'm saying? Chilla's here. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? But slow down on the explanation and the details of my brand. You understand what I'm saying? When you're speaking of my brand, speak about it in a good light. Don't be like, slow it down, 3. He paid homage in the latter part of the interview. In the beginning, he was like, yeah, Queen of the Ring is not around no more, so we're going to... I was like, yo, what the fuck is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? I do this in jest.
Is that false, though? Is that false?
No, it's not false. But watch how you're talking about my brand. I'll pull up. You feel what I'm saying? The pull up will be pulling up. Nah, but shout out to Chilla, man. I'm in jest.
Okay, all right.
I think he said no. I think. Hey, listen, man. Chilla's my double ganger, my nigga. He's the Bizarro Debo and shit. You know what I'm saying? The nigga look like me, so he's like my little brother and shit like that. But it would be dope. I've definitely spoke to Kenny in that regard of trying to put something together with Queen of the Ring and stuff like that. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. Any lady that's out there that want to work with WTBL, please do. You know what I'm saying? Because they definitely gonna give you opportunities and a bag and shit like that, man. I don't think the buck should stop at Queen of the Ring, because if it did, then nobody would be getting the opportunity for a bag to battle and shit like that, because we're not as consistent. Let's be realistic here. Let's play with real rules and things of that nature. So, only thing with women's battle rap, obviously, we've seen, shout out to Jazz, 2-time Wardy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jazz. Jazz has put in perspective, and I don't call it a rant. I call it the true facts. He's put in perspective on what women's battle rap should be. And women need to work harder. They need to they need to not follow these dudes and have their own thing and whatnot. Just so I could put it out there, I'm doing a sparring session in September. Now, the reason why I'm doing a sparring session as opposed to like a big card, because I feel like the new girls need that look. You feel what I'm saying? The older girls are already there. So if I put a big card together, that's just only in kind for Queen of the Ring's advantage. Whereas the newer girls could take advantage of the thing I'm doing with Sparring Session Supreme, and everybody could benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? Not just those girls that's just on that's going to be on that card that I do in September in New York, but ladies could see those girls and try to manifest a situation to, reach out to those girls, whoever was hot in that battle, to put them on their platform or their league and whatnot. So at this point in time, what I'm trying to do was say Queen of the Ring, because I always try to look at Queen of the Ring as like a development of fire new talent for the ladies and stuff like that. Yeah, granted, we became, a big success for what we did at that point in time, but that's through our hard work and dedication and stuff like that. Shit just started just growing and elevating and scaling and whatnot. So, but I'm a real talent scout type of person. I like to find talent. I like to find that next new person that I know is going to be fire. You know what I'm saying? And I found that via Jazz the Rapper, Norma Bates, Couture, you know what I'm saying? Couture, a slew of women that's out there doing their thing. Bonnie Scott, like, come on, man. 40 bars, like E Hart, like, come on. You feel what I'm saying? So I to toot my horn, pause, you know what I'm saying? I'm the number one like talent. Like, there's no other league that found unknown talent from obscurity like Queen of the Ring, like I have. No other league. You know what I'm saying? Because other battle rappers came from other leagues or different places and stuff like that and just blew up.
I'll give you and Norbs that.
You know what I'm saying? I would give Norbs that too, as much as I don't really fuck with Norbs. I haven't seen Norbs in decades. But
I would definitely get y'all.
But Norbs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So me and him was going, you know what I'm saying, like back to back with that and shit like that, and finding a lot of talent. But I found more talent that nobody's ever seen before than he has. You feel what I'm saying? So, a lot of people gotta, in that regard, this is the thing I gotta say. I know to a lot of people, you see me like talking my ish and talking about how great this, that, and the stuff we do and all that. I need y'all to understand curation, marketing, promotion is everything when it comes to a brand. So when I do that, that's what I do it for. It's not just to be on Three Letter Man show to brag about who the hell I am and stuff like that. I got to put it in perspective, because unfortunately, still to this day, the black women is not as celebrated as they should be. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Come on, because I ain't going to hold you.
It's a shame in female battle rap, we have not got a card like y'all had back in 2014. I've not seen a card like that in battle rap in eons.
NHB. The closest I've came to that was probably Royalty, but it wasn't the effect that NHB had, because it was new, and I did it in Irving Plaza. Nobody ever thought we'd ever be in Irving Plaza with a ring in Irving Plaza. That's Irving Plaza. Like, this is the first time we ever did this. You know what I'm saying? So we pulled it off. Trust me when I tell you. And those girls was magnificent in that. But it's just unfortunate to this day, that almost damn near everything is a male-dominated sport, even battle rap and shit like that. Like, it's crazy, because if I was to find a white girl that raps her ass off and bring her in the Queen of the Ring, she'll get all the accolades and looks and all that just because of the color of her skin, because she's out of the box on what is considered normal. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll have the Caitlin Clark effect, if you will, where Angel Reese is bowling her ass off trying to get busy and whatnot, and people are not saying, yo, she's fired too. Look at her. You know what I'm saying? No, it's because it's quote unquote expected. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just it, man. And I just hope the forwardness, is WTBL. I call it TBL. We'll just pay it forward, man, and just build off of what myself and other leagues, try to do when it comes to women's battle rap.
Do the ladies need a home, though? Do the ladies need a permanent home?
Yes. I would say this is the thing with Queen of the Ring, where I tried to explain to the ladies a long time ago, because they probably thought it was like on a hunger tip and didn't want nobody to go nowhere. I said, listen, I built this to make it a home for y'all. Y'all have a home now. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about the URLs and the king of the dots and all that. And some ladies subscribe to that. They you know what I'm saying? They definitely listen to what I'm saying. Some just say, yo, we got to go. I want to go other places here, which is fine. You understand? But, we created our own Marvel universe, if you will, our own MCU outside of the DCU or whatever other universes that you want to call it and stuff like that. It's just that this is the thing, and I'm going to keep it perfectly honest. With women's battle rap, it's not a plethora of good talent to the point where you can keep the upkeep as far as it being a league is concerned. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas you would have 100 guys rapping, and at least a good 60 of them is fire. I would have 50 ladies rapping and at least like 15, 16, I would hopefully, you know what I'm saying, would be good. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just that it takes a lot to run a league. It takes a lot to curate individual artists at that time, because remember when I was finding these artists, discovering these artists, I wasn't just saying, oh, you rap, okay, I'm gonna put you on the card with you. No, I was calling them every other day. Yo, you got your bars or what you need? Now, boom, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that promotion, we're gonna do this interview, that face off. You gotta remember 2, 3, if you want to speak historical facts. Queen of the Ring, from what I gather, or my recollection is, we was the first to ever do a face off. You know what I'm saying? And that was QB versus Dawn Lady. That was QB versus Dawn Lady on Vlad TV. Yeah. And that was for a Queen of the Ring event. Shout out to Star.
And 40 and QB
and 40 and QB. No, not 40 and QB. Farrah and 40.
Farrah, yeah, my bad.
Misfit and Shayna.
Yeah, Misfit.
You know what I'm saying? And then once again, QB, Black Diamond, and Stargirl Lady Red. Yes. You know what I'm saying? We were the first to ever do a face off. You feel what I'm saying? So back in those days, in the golden era, you might as well title this shit the golden era interview or whatever. Beasley was a marketing fucking genius. You know what I'm saying? He came from Warner Asylum. I understand what the fuck he was doing, because I came from the same, like, you know what I'm saying, place that he came from. Not Warner Asylum. I was on Atlantic Records as an artist and shit like that. So I knew all the higher ups that was teaching me all the things considering marketing, placement, and promotion and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I followed suit right behind. I knew what the fuck he was doing. I was doing damn near the same thing, but in a different way for women when that concerned. So the trailers, the pushing the artists and the face-offs, this, that, and the third, that's what made what we did so great. Also, what's crazy is, you know what I'm saying, salute to that brother that did the Now or Never joint in Brooklyn and whatnot. I heard it wasn't such a good event, but, you know what I'm saying, you got to keep pushing, bro. I ain't going to say anything negative towards you or disrespect what you did. Here's what I will say, though. So all you new leagues, all you people that got money that's trying to put on a card and all that, you really have to understand, putting together a battle rap event is an art. Is a very much art. You got to know what you're doing from the door. You feel me? From the booking of the battles, from the people that you're handling throughout those 2 to 3 weeks to a month or 2 months that you got to curate, or you know what I'm saying, that's the word for the day, boys and girls, curate, and put together and keep them in line until the battle is in fruition. And you got to like really get on your promo game, your marketing game and shit like crazy. Right now, my sport.
But do the battlers respect new platforms when they're getting on?
That's another thing too. It's about the respect. If they don't respect you as the owner of that platform, or said the money person, they're going to shit bars. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know who you are. You feel what I'm saying? Like when I first bought Tay-Rock was not off of URL at all when he was on his Tay-Rock run, magnificent Tay-Rock run. The first I've ever been off of URL is at Queen in the Ring. And that's versus C3.
C3, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Tay-Rock came and yeah, when Tay-Rock battled C3, that was the first time he ever came off of URL. And he gave me a stellar performance in the ring at BB King's in middle of Times Square and all that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't bullshit with them bars. Anybody that came to Queen in the Ring, say it again.
When All Red Battle Hustle, he came there respectfully and everything like that, and did his 1-2 also.
Respectfully, yo, let me show the highest respect to All Red. The first to ever do an intergender at Queen of the Ring. Now, granted, Queen of the Ring wasn't the first to do an intergender. That's another thing. I'm gonna get to that too. We wasn't do the first, but we was the ones that put it on the map.
Okay.
Intergender and all that shit. Listen, let me tell you something, man. That intergender, the way, you know what I'm saying, I schemed to put that shit together. I made that blueprint pop to the point that it got all the way to Summer Madness, where you had Tay-Rock versus Jazz the Rapper as the main event for Summer Madness, which was last year. You know what I'm saying? Kings and Queens, all that shit is off my blueprint. You feel what I'm saying? So that was an avenue to get the lady from the guys that they, you know what I'm saying, they want to battle and shit like that. So, you know, it's just that.
Debo, you might have got to go out and come back in, brother. No. Debo, too much solid. Can you go out and come back in? Because it's kind of, you mess it up a little bit. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you go out and come back in?
Yo, 3, yo.
Yeah, I can hear. Can you go out and come back in? Because you sound a little muffled.
I can hear you a little bit. You can hear me?
Yeah, go out and come back in. Let me tell him, man. Come back in. Hold on, man. Let me text Debo. Hold on. Tell him come back in. Hold on. Can you do sound? Come back in. Let me see. Let me see if he come back in. Let's get Debo back up in this joint. Give him a second here, y'all. All right, there he is. You. Uh-oh. Yo. You good? I don't know if you can hear me. Debo. I don't think you can hear me. You good? You might have to go out and come back in, brother. I can't hear you, brother. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me do this here. Hold on. Debo. Let me do this. Hold on, y'all. Let's get Debo right quick, man. Let's get Debo right and get him right back up in his joint. Try that. Let me see. We can try that late. Yo. Yo. You Gucci? Yeah, you good?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we good now. I apologize. Now you going back
to what
you said. Yeah, you were saluting all the battle rappers that came and stuff in URL. But let me ask you about URL. When URL had did I think it was one of the volumes they did, and it was an all ladies volume card, right? Do you think they should have stick with that once a year? And you know, how you feel about that?
I can't tell URL what to do. What I can say is this: I'm thankful for even the opportunity that they gave ladies to even do anything on their platform. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever Chico, Beasley, and Smack want to do, it's on them and shit like that. I will say this though: there ain't no other brand, no King of the Dot, no RBE, no ABC 123 that's did anything in conjunction with URL to you know, bring up their artists and stuff. Queen of the Ring has. Here's my thing. Here's what's funny. I see fans talking about, yo, we never got a league versus league event and shit. Yes, you have. You had Queen of the Ring versus URL. You understand what I'm saying? That's where I go back to saying women don't get the respect they deserve, specifically black women. You feel what I'm saying? Because we gonna keep it 100. These ladies has been entertaining the culture for the past 10-something years.
Absolutely.
And bringing the best battles, you know what I'm saying? Because they're always under the gun and they feel oppressed. So they're giving you, they putting their best foot forward. You feel what I'm saying? Now, they're gonna say probably somebody's gonna be, well, if they put their best foot forward, why are you saying female battle rap for them? Listen, man, let me tell you something. The universe shines their light on specific people to be leaders to what the hell is going on and whatnot in life, just period in general, whether it be basketball, sports, entertainment, whether you're working in Con Edison and shit. So there's a Con Edison worker that's the best employee of the month today. You understand what I'm saying? So shout out to those few ladies that's in rotation that just putting on, man, that even when Queen of the Ring done, you know what I'm saying, slowed down and shit like that, they said they're gonna take their wings and fly and do things other places and just rep the brand when they could rep the brand and show love. You feel what I'm saying?
But Debo, is it a thing of like we're not breeding new stars and female? Because when Queen of the Ring was here, y'all had a lot of females where you can see the stars in them. Farrah, Shuni, I mean Duchess, 40 bars. I can go on and on and on. And think about this, Debo. This is the first year for Wody, right? There was only 10 women. They can only do 10. We can't even get to 20.
Three. I'm going to go back to what I said before. That's because of me, respectfully speaking, because I stopped. You understand what I'm saying? I stopped looking for talent.
You play a big part. Yes, you play a big part.
I stopped looking for talent, my nigga. Back then when I was running, I was like, yeah, you. I was rolling the dice. Ow. You know what I'm saying? I was 4, 5, 6 in trips. Head crack. Aced out. Damn. Let me just roll it back again. You know what I'm saying? I was finding talent, just piling them up. And then 1, 2, 3, just stacking them up and be like, yo, the rest is on them. I'm just hoping that somebody out of this 20 girls I found is going to be fire. You know what I'm saying? And I just caught lightning in the bottle. And the 20 girls I found, at least a good 16 of them was on point. And then after that, everybody wanted to come to Queen of the Ring because Queen of the Ring was hot. So it wasn't a thing where I was just looking for them. I was shaking the trees and it was falling out. Like, oh shit, I got 20 more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that we just caught on fire to where everybody wanted to join a movement of what they seen was exploding and shit like that. So when I said I stopped, I'm talking about like, yo, because of family, you know what I'm saying, and being older and shit like that, and not wanting to be too much on the street, and I had other businesses to tend to and all that. Queen of the Ring, battle rap for me, Queen of the Ring was more of a cultural. I'm a super hip hop battle rap fan more than I'm gonna use this as a business and scale it, get money and all that other stuff. No, my plight was always this. You know what I'm saying? My mother, my aunt, my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my women, family members helped raise me and stuff like that. I seen them go through a lot of things in life. You know what I'm saying? From getting 2 to 3 jobs, and you know what I'm saying, unfortunate circumstances financially and relationships and all that. I seen the black women go through a lot of things. I said, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to see Keisha and Shaniqua and Shay and them win for once. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I'm in a circle of ladies and they talking negative, and not negative about each other, but just negative as it's fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying? We from the P's and life is just crazy and this is how they treat. I'm like, nah, man, we got to create these opportunities. And I felt like that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I was always a manager for women in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I was always a MC Light fan, a Queen Latifah fan, a Yo-Yo fan, Antoinette fan, Antoinette. You know what I'm saying? Sweet tea, salt and pepper. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Finesse Sequence.
Yes.
Say it again.
So I can hear you. Let me ask you this.
Yeah. So being that. Yeah, okay.
No, but I was gonna say about WTBL. They are saying like Chilla came off like he's trying to give the up and coming ladies, the Mallory X's, the Eons, Rock Lee and them more of a home. The girls that are being voiceless, that don't have a voice, like the Coffees, the Vixens, the Hustle, the Jazz, the Hearts, and the Shoonies in them. How you feel about that?
I feel that's dope. It's about curation though, because the Rock Lees and Mallory X's of the world right now, what they need is to battle each other, and they need consistency and they need good showings. You feel what I'm saying? This is the thing, it works for the guys, yes, you know what I'm saying, but with the ladies and shit, I feel like they need to be curated at one spot so they could just be shown, because it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, unbeknownst to me, I'm saying like this, Queen of the Ring, for the lack of a better word, was more like a reality show. We was all at one spot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of ladies is, you know what I'm saying? One spot going at it. Competition was fierce and stuff like that. And that's what a lot of fans like. We're going to be perfectly 100. You know what I'm saying? The fans like that. So we gathered an audience which just wasn't male audience. We gathered a lot of women, a lot of aunts, a lot of grandmothers, a lot of mothers. You know what I'm saying? Even the gay community. You know what I'm saying? It was a big part of Queen of the Ring's movement to move forward and stuff like that. So, you know, those people that, you know, took Queen of the Ring and lifted it up and shit like that, put us in the forefront, of where the URLs and the King of the Dots, and it's pretty much like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, like the trifecta, if you will, in that era. So yes, to answer your question, they need a place to be consistent at, and if WTBL is going to find new talent, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all really need to find that talent. It can't be just 4 or 5 girls at one spot.
Right.
Y'all got to find girls that really want to battle and shit like that. So like I listen, if it's to my own horn, then fine. But when they find out that I'm back around searching and looking under rocks for talent, they're gonna come out and be like, "Yo, what's up, Debo? What we doing? What we doing? That's what Sparring Session Supreme is for. It's for new talent to come out there and get busy and shit. If I see something, if I see that the Sparring Session Supreme, shout out to my man Polo, shout out to Brina, shout out to Mikey Rap, shout out to Leo. Those are all Queen of the Ring staff that rock and roll. Dejan, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the Dejan shit. Listen, Chilla, you ain't got no Dejan helping you, man. That's me. That's my staff. Knock it the fuck off, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like,
he said Dejan,
cut it out. Relax. Start to Bars and Roses. Nah, but yeah, man, it's just finding a slew of talent to want to battle each other as opposed to trying to battle the Coffees and the Jazzes and the Miss Hustles and the 40 Bars and the Bonnie Godivas of the world and stuff like that. Because those talent, like I would say, for a perfect example, like a Chirac.
All right.
Chirac is fire. If I had Chirac 10 years ago, Chirac would probably be a mid top tier to a top tier because she has the goods. She has what it takes to get busy. To me, I feel like she's a top tier, you know what I'm saying, in that regard and stuff like that. It's just unfortunate the era that she's in wasn't conducive to her for her to like really showcase her talent in one spot because she's getting the vets. She's getting the legends and all that, you know what I'm saying? Which is actually putting her name on the map and stuff like that. But I just wish I had a place.
Is that a good thing or bad thing, Debo? Is that a good thing or bad thing? She getting vets early in her career.
It depends on the artist, man. It depends on her win-loss ratio, if that even matters to this day and shit. She's getting the name. Her name is out there buzzing. You feel what I'm saying? But is she going to be in the conversation of, say, the greats? Are they going to talk about her in that regard of how they talk? Say, I would say Coffee Brown was probably like the last standing superstar in that regard of like women that come out. Because after Coffee it just went downhill from there. There wasn't really nothing in the rise other than Chirac, I would say. But Coffee kind of placed herself in a place where she can, be revered, you know what I'm saying, in those talks with some of the greats. You feel what I'm saying? She did it right. One thing I will say about Coffee is she never came through the Queen of the Ring channels. She kind of did it on her own. Yes, she battled Queen of the Ring one time, but through her hard work, she got busy and got her name up there. You know what I'm saying? Now that's the type of shit I wanted to see women do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Queen of the Ring here or not. You feel what I'm saying? Coffee's a blueprint in that regard. Like, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? And I've always stand behind her with that. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, or indifferent. She's always got my support with that. But that's taking nothing away from Chirac. You know what I'm saying? Chirac, I consider her, you know what I'm saying, a part of Queen of the Ring and shit like that. But I wish I would have had her, rolling with the girls that was in Judah's boxing gym, or when we had the Bronx, or we was doing BB Kings and all that. I could see her to be like one of those ones and shit like that if I had that.
Let me get your take on QB Black Diamond right quick. Do you feel QB gets a lot of props like the other girls as she should, though? I feel like QB, for some odd reason, doesn't get the just due like the other female, or people forget how dope QB was.
No, she doesn't. But that's only because QB is not as active in battle rap as she probably would like to be or should, or however you want to call it.
All right.
But I would say QB is a legend. She's the blueprint because you got to remember, when I had Queen of the Ring, before QB came around, I had E-Heart, Duchess, Lady Trees, Flo, you know what I'm saying, and probably a couple others, Norma, Stargirl, Lady Red, and not saying they wasn't stars, but obviously they was new to the audience. They was on a come up. I said, in order for me to break this Queen of the Ring through and shit, I need to bust a couple of moves. One of my moves was getting E-Heart to URL, which I'd done that move, but also before that, I got QB into play to come to Queen of the Ring, because I think QB was so good that I think she wasn't the right fit at grind time. She was too, you know what I'm saying? She was too ratchet. She was too loud. She was too, one of us from the hood and shit like that. I say, yo, she needs that hood platform, that hood, you know what I'm saying, league, that niggas is being niggas around here.
I thought once she got hustle, she took off after the hustle battle, I thought, though, no?
Right, but this is what I'm saying. That was in Queen of the Ring, but this is what I'm saying. QB was a person that every female kind of like blueprint themselves after. Because every time I've ran around with QB or just in the early days, a lot of girls come up to QB, say, I always wanted to be just like you. Like, yo, you was that, you was it, you was this and that. QB was our superstar. You feel what I'm saying? She was the superstar for Queen of the Ring. We're not going to deny that. I'm not going to never take nothing away from her. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for QB, Queen of the Ring would have had a slow run, and we probably wouldn't even been gratified in that golden era if it wasn't for QB. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, we had our differences every now and then because she's like a sister to me. Like QB is more of a personal friend of mine as opposed to just an artist and shit like that. So you know, so when we ever have our fallouts, it's because of shit like that. Because there's the thing, the quote unquote bad business or whatever people try to tag me on with, it's not because of shit like that. That's no. A lot of my things, even Hustle said at one time, come from personal relationships. And when you're dealing with ladies and women, they don't want to see you spending that much time with one person as opposed to spending that time with them. You feel what I'm saying? So they didn't have that understanding that when I was scouting and curating and building an artist, I had to give that time to that artist. And you know what I'm saying? When they see that, they'll probably feel like, oh, nah, you spending too much time with this person and shit. Why you ain't? This is what we moving together. What's going on with such and such? If they don't get along with that person, then it's a bigger fit. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had issues in that regard and shit like that. So, when it comes to QB, I know because she's not attached to a brand, so to speak, but she has her own brand. Shout out to Black Diamond Battle League. Yes. But she wasn't really big on the URLs stages and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason and shit. We probably remember, we ain't gonna say that it is what it is, you know what I'm saying. Politics is politics. But I think people know what time it is with QB. She's still big in that sense of women's battle rap and battle rap in general, because a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying, from the Shotgun Shugs to Calicos and so on and so forth, always talk about QB. Arsenals always talk about QB and shit like that. Sue Surf or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? That's my another thing, real quick, so I can end it right here with that question. Is I'm gonna try to do in 2026 a Hall of Fame for women's battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And you know, the E Hard to the World, the 40 Bars, the Duchess, the Jazz the Rappers, Shunies, the Farrah Funerals, you know what I'm saying, the QB Black Diamonds, Tory Does, Barney Godiva's, like they need they flowers and shit like that in that regard. So I'm gonna try to do something very nice and induct, you know what I'm saying, 3 or 4 girls every year for female women's battle rap and shit, just to keep the curation of women's battle rap going. You feel what I'm saying? Because I think just having a women's battle league is not enough. You have to have things like Wardy and, you know, Hall of Fames and things like that to you know, to keep the history going and shit like that. That's all it is.
Did you feel away when Snoop came in?
That's a good question. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because when Snoop was coming in, he actually reached out to me.
Debo. People thought you did though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a great narrative. This is the thing. You know what I'm saying? When Snoop came in, he reached out to me. He called me on the phone, literally. I was like, "Who's this?" He's like, "Yo, it's Snoop Dogg, cuz." I was like, "How the fuck you get my number?" He said, "I know people in faces, man." You know, I was like, "You're saying?" So it started. Gladiator School started out with Queen of the Ring in conjunction with Gladiator School. It just didn't turn out the way I would have wanted to, business wise. Not saying bad business. It was just we wasn't in agreements with a couple of things that I would have liked to have saw for that event. You feel what I'm saying? And things happen. Those things happen. Business is business. I don't take things personal. You know what I'm saying? As he shouldn't as well and stuff like that. So in that regard, you know what I'm saying? People want to say this, that, and that, and the third, but they don't know the whole. They don't know the the flavor in the Kool-Aid, if you will.
Right.
So when I just said, I bowed out gracefully, let those ladies win, man. Let them get they balls off, get their money on and shit like that, like the fellas and shit like that. I had no problem with that. And even if I had the power to stop that, I wouldn't have done that shit at all. Like, I wouldn't be calling, yo, don't do that. The only thing I've ever stopped in women's battle rap for women not to is the shit in LA. When the nigga said he didn't have the other half,
okay,
it was yeah. When he said here, I kicked in the door of the dressing room where they was getting their makeup, hair done, and all that shit that I got set up. I said, pack this shit up. We out of here. This nigga don't got no money. We gone. They looked at me like I was playing like, yeah, this nigga. Cause I know I joke a lot. I said, yo, pack this shit the fuck up. I started throwing shit. Fuck out of here. Like, pack this shit up. We really out of here. Everybody got up. Yo, we out. 40, Norma, E Hard, Couture, all of them. They packed their shit up. We out. We ran out the door, and I did a what do you call that? A conference interview with 15 minutes of fame, hip hop is real, and everybody at the same time. Like, yo, these niggas is bullshit. We ain't doing this fucking event. I even told Pass and Disaster and all that shit, Lush One and all that. There's documented on YouTube. They was like, yo, now we out with Debo.
Couture, could she have been one of the big names if she stayed consistent?
She is one of the big names.
Well, I love. Listen, her win-loss resume is impeccable. I don't think she got a lot of losses on her resume. Number one, let me throw it out there as a battle rap fan. But could she have been there with the Jazz and the Hustles in terms?
When you say that, you're talking about relevancy of like what people are doing today. You know what I'm saying? Right. There's a difference between relevancy and a whole person's career and how you go back to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Couture is revered as one of them niggas. She's a legend. She's a boss, and I hold her in high regard.
Classy sister, very classy.
Yes, sister. I hold her in high regards in that respect. You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to Couture, yo, man, she's still that deal, man. People like such as yourself, and all the other bloggers still revere her as one of those. They begging for her to come back. I spoke to Couture a week ago. Yo, Debo. You know what I'm saying? I think I got that itch, man. We might have to do something again. I was like, Couture, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Yo, listen, Couture put me through hoops, fire rings, and shit like that to get her to battle at any time. Couture probably only dipped off a Queen of the Ring stage probably twice. That's Gladiator School and Chrome and shit. Yeah. And to be honest with you, Chief called me like, yo, Debo, what you think about? I'm like, man, go ahead, handle your business, nigga. I'm right there with you. Like, I'm there. And both times I've been there, you know what I'm saying? And she did TBL. That's what TBL was first starting out. If you look right behind her, it's me right behind her. Like, she called me literally, like, personally, like, yo, Debo, I need you there. Like, I'm about to battle this dude, such and such, boom, boom, boom. You gotta be there. So I'm coming, sis. I'm right there. And I was right there.
What's your relationship with Remy when she first came in?
Smooth, cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought from what it seems like, she wanted to help women's battle rap, and I was all for it and shit like that. I was even telling some of the ladies, yo, man, go over there and get a bag. If it's a bag there, go get it and shit like that. And then, lo and behold, little by little, it turned into something else, and here we are. I think
the conversation was that she wasn't making her money back, though. Is that fair? I mean, if she's not making the money back.
Yeah, but what are you in it for? You know what I'm saying? Because I put on Twitter and shit like that. I tweeted I said, yo, spending over 400K is wild, and battle rap and shit, and unfortunately, from what I see, what I gather, because I'm not in her business, you know what I'm saying? Those funds is pretty much not managed in the best conducive way to make women's battle rap push forward. I could have gave her many ideas or plans, or we could have worked together to push women's battle rap in the highest of high places and shit like that, And from what I was told out of her own mouth is, like, your Queen of the Ring thing is cool, but she wants to do her own thing, you know what I'm saying? Which is perfectly fine. She's in every right to do so. Right. You understand? But listen, man, to all you new leagues and all you people that got money that want to do battle rap and shit, work with the people that's been there and done that, man. So you won't have to, have take a lot of losses and make a lot of mistakes that we've already made to adjust to make it, you know what I'm saying, a situation and shit like that.
Okay.
I think if you have money and you want to come in the battle rap business, go to a brand that you could trust, that the people, the fans adore and love. Go to a URL, go to Beasley and say, yo, I got this money, I want to see this battle. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Frank White, he's done that. You know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
Frank White. That's my guy.
You know what I'm saying? Frank White, man, prayers out to you, Frank White, man.
Absolutely.
I hope you're doing good.
Absolutely.
You know,
that's my guy.
A shout out to my man Fireboy Fire. He's a sponsor. He's done that as well for us and shit like that. There's a couple of sponsors. Shout out to Traveling Closet. You know what I'm saying? They sponsored it as well. You know, so go to these leagues and say, this is a battle I want to see. Can you make this happen? Because I want to see it happen on your league, because that's the league I've always looked at for my entertainment, whether it be Queen of the Ring, King of the Dot, RBE, or URL, or whomever. We go hard, so on and so forth.
I know you guys have been sparring sessions, right? But does Queen of the Ring need one reunion show?
Do we do a reunion show?
Oh, wait. Hustle, Misfit, Jazz, like one last Sarah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to wanting to do that. You know what I'm saying? The timing got to be right. The money got to be there. A whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? And the money and the timing, well, not the time, but the money is not a problem to get. But timing is everything. And like I said, putting together an event, it's an art. You know what I'm saying? You could put together the fire hottest card, and that shit turn to shit. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I've been there. I know how that feeling is. It's not a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? So the timing got to be right. The relationships got to be right, as far as the girls wanting to deal with each other, not really just me, because I'm cool with everybody. But you know, it's a big thing putting women's battle rap together. They start making phone calls with each other about, yo, what's going on? Who knows this, that, and the third? Oh, fuck her. I don't like her. Yo, get her out of here. Let's get, you know what I'm saying? And they start making their own. There's politics in female battle rap without, you know what I'm saying, Queen of the Ring even being a part of that. Because they have their own politics. They can get a female out of here in 2.5 seconds flat if they wanted to.
Should there be a Hustle and Jazz rematch?
I was looking forward to it way back then, when you know, the first one, you know, passed and whatnot. And I seen both of them getting busy and still maintaining their careers in the relevant world to this day. I don't know, man. It's as a fan, I would like to see it, but you know, between them,
it's one sided. Debo. It seemed like Hustle wants that. Jazz too much, not really. She's not jacking that too tough. I just feel from afar looking back. Hustle wants that battle.
I mean, Hustle wants that battle. She's a competitor, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess she wasn't too cool with the performance that she had the last time, and I guess she wants to get the record straight on who's the best between the two and shit like that. You know, with Jazz, she's more strategic and whatnot. You know, she could put that battle off because, you know, the fact that how good she's doing, and she's a 2-time Wardy now and stuff like that. So, you know, they're coming from two different places and shit like that. So when the time's right, if it's right and the money's right for both of them, I guess they'll do it and shit like that. Would I like to see it as a fan? Sure, I would like to see it. You know what I'm saying? The right circumstance, because the first circumstance was ass. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't too keen on that battle, to be honest with you. The mics was all fucked up. You could hear people talking through it while they was rapping and all that shit. I was like, come on, bro, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that kind of took away from the battle. But now they're in two different spaces. They're like, they up there. They manifest they gifts to a higher plane. So we'll see. It's up to them. It's up to whoever books this shit too.
Right. Yeah. Facts. So when the sparring sessions in September?
September, brother. I think September. I thought it was it's the 27th or the 20th. The reason why I pushed it back is I know URL has something as far as the Summer Madness, and TBL is doing something and whatnot. So I'm trying to put it in between those things and shit. If not, push it back. But it's in New York, so at the end of it all, it's a sparring session. You know what I'm saying? It's for up and coming ladies. I'm not really looking for a super crowd and any of that. I'm looking for bars. I'm not even really matching up these ladies. What I'm going to do is just tell them, yo, bring 3 rounds. I'm going to match you up when you're there. You know what I'm saying? I've done that before. It came out a phenomenal battle and shit, man.
I remember easy to do? Is that easy to do in this kind of battle rap when you're telling a female to write for just write 3 rounds and they don't know who they're writing for? Is that easy?
Listen. listen,
old school tactics, but
that's old. Exactly. I love the old school. When Rex was doing that, he was just coming with bars and shit like that. Mook, you know what I'm saying? Goods. They were just coming with bars, you know what I'm saying? And it takes away from doing all the personal stupid bullshit that they don't have to do, that they think they got to do. Oh, I got such and such. Yeah, I'm going to talk about her mom. Oh, I'm going to talk about her dead brother and shit like that. Women's battle rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it's too personal, it's a turnoff and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I want them to showcase bars. I remember one of my best battles that I have on my channel right now with Cheddar versus Torture. If you go back there, you go see Cheddar versus Torture. They came through the sparring session. Battle was so fire. Energy was so up. You feel what I'm saying? They had to come with bars because it's the same way I placed it. I don't think I matched them up. I just said, y'all want to see Cheddar versus Torture. They came with bars. They wasn't writing about each other. They just came with bars. You know what I'm saying? And the battles was fire. You know, and to be honest with you, shout out to Cheddar and Torture. They came up, you know what I'm saying, through the Queen of the Ring system and did good for themselves. It was on them just to be consistent wherever they go. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just pretty much it.
It looks like Mook and Jazz might have a conversation soon, Debo. How you feel about that?
Now, let me tell you something. You asked me about that, my boy. I want to see that happen. You understand what I'm saying? We got to see that happen. Mook versus Jazz. Listen, who would ever thought that girl, that 19-year-old, 18-year-old little girl that I see that MP shit?
I did not see Jazz being what she is now. I didn't see it. I wasn't the biggest Jazz fan early Queen of the Ring days. I didn't have a lot of Tori Doe, Shayna Ashley, Misfit, like official. I wasn't the biggest Jazz fan, and that girl made me she shut me the F up. And I had to get that woman her goddamn flowers of respect, Debo. For real.
Listen, we had a conversation. I told her, I said, listen, I can't predict your future. But what I know about this is when I picked you, one of the reasons is because out of that whole cypher thing, like 5 or 6 girls was invited, and she was the only one that pulled up to that fucking cypher. The only one. And I asked her, I said, where you came from again? She from Canarsie, Brooklyn. Now, if you know Canarsie, to get to the Bronx, you got to take 5 buses, 2 trains,
that's a
half a boat, and a helicopter just to get to that end of the Bronx. You understand what I'm saying? So I knew she had a work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And she's a student, meaning she was in college. So she's a learner. You know what I'm saying? She likes to push it in her brain and learn. So I said, yo, she has something here. When I heard the freestyle, like, yo, this is fire. I like it. I know she's going to develop even more if she couldn't be consistent. So I said, yo, let's get it, man. Like, let's work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally seen that freestyle because I was going to YouTube, just doing things, because it was the MySpace era too. Remember, MySpace was shit back then. I was just looking at shit. I was like, yo, shorty, nice. How old is she? I said, nah, I got to get her on the Queen of the Ring. That's why I was just starting Queen of the Ring. And I called that shit. Jazz would have been on the very first, probably, like, she would have probably been in the fitted hat store with E. Hart and Duchess and them, had she came the time I asked her to come. You know what I'm saying? Because she was a little hesitant. Jazz was like, nah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what it is. And when she was ready, she said, all right, cool. So she's an alumni from the Bronx era when I was in the Bronx in Westchester and shit in the boxing gym. We're out with what you call it, with some of the girls from, like I said, the Shoonies, Star Smiles, Dawn Lady, Rain, Matrimony, Lex Benko, K Prophet, Norma Bates, Tori Doe, Ms. Mel, Ash Cash. I can go on for days. You know what I'm saying? I could go on for days. Jazz is from that alumni. You know what I'm saying? She's very early in Queen.
Jazz epitomizes what you call a student of the game, in my opinion.
Yes. But we all knew that from the day one. We all knew that because she used to carry books. She was a fucking bookworm. She was a college student. Like, I knew this was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I can't predict the future, but I knew she was gonna develop into something. What I did not know, but her hard work and dedication and being a student in the game, being at these events. Because she was at the event way before she wasn't even around Queen of the Ring. She was at events and shit for URL and other things and shit like that. It just so happens now, okay, now I'm a part of something, which is Queen of the Ring. Now I get to go different places to see different artists get busy and shit like that. She learned from not only the girls, but the guys as well.
Guys too. Like she did. Yes, she did.
And shit like that. And she just
Are you
blew up to
surprised
what
she's
she
giving
blew up.
dudes the business, though?
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Let me tell you something. In the ultimate scheme of battle rap, the angler is the best battle rapper. You feel what I'm saying? Not the puncher. Not the puncher. Okay. No, the angler. is the best battle rap. When you study somebody and you reveal all their faults in front of them in 3D, that's when you know what I'm saying, you got a battle rapper and shit like that. Couture is keen on that. Like she does that. If you go to Couture versus Jada Ray, that battle's phenomenal. It should be 1 million views by now. But I think it's on 800-900K right now. But anglers are always the best battlers, and Jazz is the queen of them angles. Like she gets busy on the angle. You know what I'm saying? And the anglers, you have to sit and listen. You're not going 1, 2, 3 punch, 1, 2, 3 punch. You're sitting and you're waiting for that, you know what I'm saying, whole, you know, say 12 to 16 bar scheme to develop into that big bang. Like, wow, oh shit. You feel what I'm saying? And it's worth it. Like if when you're building that cake, and you know what I'm saying, that cake, and you smell that shit, like, oh, this shit is crazy. You throw the icing on there, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So
keep it real, Debo. Is she the greatest female battle rapper of all time?
Of all time?
Yes.
Yes. 100%. I'm gonna tell you
over a lot of the girls, over the
100%. Right now, as this interview, with this very interview of all time, yes. Right now. Yes. Right now.
Over Hustle Heart Official.
Right now, of all time, I feel like Jazz the Rapper is the #1 women's battle rap. She's consistent. She gives you 100% all the time. She rarely chokes. I probably only seen like one time like stumble. And that was the big K back. You know what I'm saying? Right. She comes with substance. She just not saying boom, 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 ga, fat cat, rat, sack.
That is true. That girl.
She comes with substance. For you to remember that 7-minute material she gave Tay Rock in that 3rd round is fucking bananas. You hear me?
Yeah.
Bananas. She's battled Tay Rock. Listen, Tay Rock, I love you. You my little bro. I'll fuck with you heavy. I'll punch a nigga dead in their face for you. You feel me? But Jazz won that battle, bro.
She did. She won that battle clearly, bro.
Won that battle hands down. There's nothing to talk about. You feel me? I know he'll want to get away from that conversation like, yo, big bro, you know. No, she won that battle. Do you understand? Let's not gloss over that. She's beaten the ambassador of battle rap. The logo. I call him the logo. You know what I'm saying? She's beating him. You gonna gloss over shit like, you don't say, oh, were they friends? No, ain't no friendship going on. Rock was looking very uncomfortable in that battle. He was doing all this, and he was like, nah, she cooking me. She cooking me. You feel me?
You know who's a dope female also who I'm going to respect a lot though? Vixen, man.
Yes.
I like Vixen a lot, bro. I think Vixen is fire.
I would tell you this. I love Vixen. You know what I'm saying? I have we have a father-daughter dynamic when it comes to me and Vixen and shit. She loves me a lot. She knows my real name, all that stupid shit. When she calls me on the phone, she'd be like, so I'll be like this. With Vixen, she battled Farrah in the beginning. When she first battled, it was a 1-rounder. Farrah called me on the phone. Yo, Debo, yo, big homie. She called me big homie. She called me Bo. Yo, you need to get this girl on the what you call it. She showed me the battle. I looked, I said, yo, she dope. She dope. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Farrah. Farrah Funeral was the one that put me on to Vixen and brung Vixen over the Queen of the Ring. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the beginning, Vixen didn't have too many great Queen of the Ring showings, but we know the potential was there. Okay. So she kind of lagged away from Queen of the Ring for a bit and did her own thing. But when I brung her back, the time I brung her back was the caffeine era, meaning I was looking for girls that's because in caffeine, you know, the battles was quick. Every 2 weeks is a fucking event. I was looking for ladies that was on that type of timing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to wait 2-3 months to get their shit off. Vixen was one of them. You know what I'm saying? And Vixen, me and her always had that rapport. I said, yo, Vixen, I need you on this first ever that we doing Kings versus Queens. She's like, oh, you know, I don't know what I say. Yo, wake the fuck up, man. Stop fucking playing. Stop playing, nigga. It's opportunity time. You want some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because Vixen always used to tell me, yo, it takes me a long time to get. I say, shut the fuck up and get right. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Her first opponent, no lie, was supposed to be Nitty. It was supposed to be her versus Nitty on the first ever Kings versus Queens.
Wow.
But we switched it around because we gave Nitty the C3. You know what I'm saying? So we kept looking for somebody. We found DNA. DNA said he'll do it. I said, oh, shit. And she was scared as shit about DNA, that battle. I said, yo, listen, man, I got you. I'm here with you. Every step of the way, we rocking and rolling. Like to call her every time. Yo, you good? You writing? You good? You writing? You good? You writing? You good? You know what I'm saying? Every other day, me and her have a conversation between the time she was booked for DNA to the time where we went to get the battle done and shit like that. So with that regard, Vixen, but out the gate after the DNA shit, she just shot up. You know what I'm saying? And then the next caffeine event, she battled First Lady Flame. Shout out to First Lady Flame as well.
I love Flames.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a fact. Vixen was just shooting up. Every event that she would either Queen of the Ring or URL event, she would shoot up. So that goes to show you her hard work and dedication she put in that work and shit like that. Yes, I gave her that opportunity to be on the platform, which is fine. But if she was doodle,
right,
she wouldn't be Vixen the assassin that she is now. And she's a student of the game as well. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy on the placement she is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of her doing the OnlyFans thing and all that, you know, but at the end of the day, that's neither here or there. She's great at battle rap. You feel what I'm saying? There's a certain thing, when I mentioned that, I'm just saying a certain thing that will take away from her being considered one of the greatest of all time type of, because remember, hey, I don't give a fuck if Twerk was on his off day, on day, every day, holiday in. She beat Twerk. You feel me?
And she beat Nitty too. I had to beat a Nitty also.
So here's the question for you, 3. Here's the question. Let's keep it 100. Right. These girls is beating top tier niggas left and right. 40 bars beat Surf, my nigga. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Before you go, I'm gonna cut
you slow it down.
Well, hold on. What do you say to this when people say the niggas don't be going hard against the females though?
Yo, I feel you on. I hear you on that. But there's times when niggas do be going hard on the females, and I'm talking about the times where niggas go hard on females. Whatever perception people, whatever narrative and perception people want to paint, we know how to differentiate one battle from the other. You feel what I'm saying? And in this regard, the 3 battles I mentioned, those top 10 niggas got beat. You know what I'm saying? Now the question I'm asking you is, why they're not put in high regard as they should? Because they're what? They're women.
Women, right.
So we look at from a testosterone position, we're looking at them as less than, which we shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because what we're hearing is a pen being penned. It's unfortunate. We know we ghostwrite anything and all that. Let's get that out the way and shit. But we know the ones that's true to it and not new to it. You know what I'm saying? We can't say Jazz has a ghostwriter. Jazz is 100% purely Jazz. You can hear it in the writing, the scheming, the strategy, and all that. We know Jazz is a strategist as well as an angler. You know what I'm saying? All that shit she penned, I can hear and see her penning. You know what I'm saying? That's why I probably would call her one. You know what I'm saying? The greatest of all time in that regard. You know what I'm saying? 40 bars. We know how 40 bars talk. How she talk is how she write. Yeah. One of the greatest pens in battle rap, not just women's battle rap, in battle rap.
Let's say with 40 right quick. Do you think because of 40, a lot of the respect, I love 40, but she has mishaps and fumbling, stumbling in battles. Does that hurt her a little bit though? Do you feel like it's hurting her?
Of course it hurts her. That's self-explanatory. I'm not gonna paint make an excuse or paint a narrative where no, it hurts her in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Because at a point in time, she was the queen of the ring. At a point in time, she was the queen of battle rap. Yes, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like she can't. It's not like she can't get it back. She could actually get it back if she gets her head right and start battling and showing people what she really, can really do. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like 40 didn't reach her ceiling yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? I think, yes, I don't think she reached her ceiling yet. You know what I'm saying? I think she has a blockage. I think she has a blockage in her brain that stops her from being like Super Saiyan, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying she's not great, because we seen her at the peaks of, like, she's just not in her she's not in her final form. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like with 40. She's not in her final form. And that's not even meaning pen. You know what I'm saying? When she gets the steps of the performances and the performance and the writing, and collide with each other and become one, it's gonna be retarded.
A couple more questions. I'm pressed for time here. Where do you rank C3 and Official and Queen of the Ring battles of all time?
That's the greatest battle in women's battle rap. Yes.
I ain't got no problem with that. Why do you say that though? Why do you say as a league owner on your channel, Why do you say that?
I'm not even gonna say it's illegal. I'm gonna say it's a fan.
Okay.
I seen two women well prepared, not a choke in sight. They got personals, they got punches, they got schemes, angles, and they got motherfucking conviction towards each other. That shit look like they hated each other.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
That shit was different.
You feel me?
That shit
you feel me?
I love that battle. I love that battle, Debo.
I don't give a fuck if that battle had 2 views. You know what I'm saying? To this day, it should be regarded as the best women's battle in battle rap history. I don't give a fuck about no Lady Luck versus Remy. I don't give a fuck about no Spider D versus Roxanne Shante. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell you is C3 versus Official is the best battle in women's battle rap history.
I ain't got an argument with that, man. Last question here. Lux or Twerk?
Man, fuck them niggas. Nah, my thing is this. I love the battle. I just don't like where it's at. But I can understand why Beasley and them did it in London. If my assumption is correct, you ain't got 150 niggas trying to get in free that that's from the tri-state area and shit, and people are actually gonna come there and pay. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a lit crowd because this London has respected hip hop from the States over wild decades. You know what I'm saying? You can't shit on London. Salute to London. You know what I'm saying? Salute to London. You can't shit on London. You know what I'm saying? The Don't Flops and the premier battle leagues of the world and shit like that, so on and so forth, has done great work and shit. The only difference between the two is the language barrier. You know what I'm saying? We're both speaking English, and they just speaking the Queen's English, and we speaking some broken down dialect that's in America that sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? We talk, you New York niggas, we talk fast. We move with our hands. We talk fast. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like there ain't gangsters out there. There's gangsters out there too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as what I say, you know what I'm saying? I don't like where it's at. It's just that once again, I'm going back to the thing of saying battle rap events are art. It's an art. You know what I'm saying? So I have trust in URL, meaning that their production from audio to visual is gonna be stellar. They ain't gonna fumble no shit such as Lux and Twerk, nigga. That's the one right there. I think after this, there really ain't no other. You know what I'm saying? That's the one right there. So they ain't gonna fuck that up. You know, but I just hope the crowd is receptive. I hope the crowd is pretty much, you know, and you know, I can't put it on just the crowd. I just hope Twerk and Lux writing is pretty much, not say just made for that crowd, but just this. I just want them to know they're in London. You feel what I'm saying? And they ain't talking this American shit that London people from London that fly over their heads. Like, what the fuck is they talking about, mate? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially Lux. When Lux gets to manifested and, you know what I'm saying? You got the, you know what I'm saying? We're handsome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, king beloved. Yeah, where they be like, yo, mate, what the fuck is he talking about?
There, man. I love
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're like, mate, what the fuck he talking about? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a great battle, man. I just hope it's received as good, because a great battle from, a great battle is also a part of the fan base that receives it well. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Shout out to URL, man. But you know, they still around doing their motherfucking thing, man. Absolutely, they number one. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I give it to them. They number one. Queen of the Ring is close right behind and shit. That's how I feel.
Debo, I appreciate you taking your time to rock with me, brother. For real, man.
Yo, man. Listen, I give you a hard time and shit, man.
No,
but
you know, it's love. I don't take it nowhere. It's love. But
man, I give you a hard time because you my guy and shit like that. I be like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, what the fuck this nigga 3 got these miscellaneous niggas on here and don't got me on this motherfucking talking my shit, man. Like, come on, 3. And by the way, man, by the way, last thing, man, you and Watson, cut that shit out. Y'all don't know hip hop like I know hip hop.
Oh, here we go with the bullshit.
You, Watson, Mickey Facts, all you fake hip hop niggas, especially that B-Dot nigga. Especially that B-Dot nigga.
Don't do myself B-Dot like that.
B-Dot don't know nothing about hip hop like that, my nigga. Y'all gotta chill. B. You know what I'm saying? That hip hop history is real, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Raekwon, shout out to the Clips, shout out to Carmen and Pete Rock, shout out to all the cats that's been putting out stellar projects. You know what I'm saying? Boldy James, You know what I'm saying? Rocky Marciano. We could keep going. My man Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? Like we could keep going. You know what I'm saying? West Side Gun. All those. You know what I'm saying? Griselda. All those people, man. So, shout out. You know. But that's it, man. We here.
Love you, man.
Yes, sir. Love you too, brother.
All right, man. You already. Shout out my brother Debo. Y'all know the vibe.